Hello class, today's video is going to focus on adding integers. So we have a couple of different options when we're adding integers. We're either going to have the same sign or we're going to have different signs. So let's start with the same sign. So if we are adding two integers that have the same sign, that means they're both either positive or they're both either negative. We want to add the digits. And then we're going to keep the sign the same. So as you can see in these two examples, in the first one we have two negative numbers, so we add 3 plus 5, we get 8, and then we keep it negative. And then in the second example, we have 4 plus 2, both are positive, so we just add them and we get 6. Okay, if we have different signs, then we want to subtract the digits. So with different signs, we subtract the digits, and then we want to keep the sign of the larger digit. So in the first example, we have 1 plus negative 4. So right away, I'm going to identify the larger digit. So in this case, it's 4, and that's negative, which means our answer is going to be negative. And then I'm just going to subtract. 4 minus 1 is 3. And then since 4 is larger, we're going to keep it negative, so negative 3. In the second example, I'm going to identify the larger number. Oops, not 5, not 5. So the larger number in this case is going to be 7. So that means our answer is going to be positive. And then we just subtract the two numbers. So 7 minus 5 gives me 2. And since 7 is bigger, we're going to make it positive. Okay, sometimes we're going to have more than two integers to add, and that's fine. It's going to work exactly the same. So when you have more than two integers, you want to move from left to right. So left to right. And you're going to add two integers at a time. So in this example, we've got 5 plus negative 9 plus 3. So I'm going to start off with 5 plus negative 9. And again, those are different signs. So my bigger number is 9 and it's negative. So I'm going to subtract those. So 9 minus 5 is 4. And since 9 is negative, we're going to make that negative 4. And then this 3 is just going to come down. And then we do negative 4 plus 3. Again, identify your bigger digit. So in this case, it's negative 4, which means my answer is going to be negative. And then we just do 4 minus 3, which is 1. And since 4 is bigger and it's negative, it's going to be negative 1 for my answer. Okay, let's do a couple of problems together. So in one, we have opposite signs. So again, identify your larger digit. 9 is bigger than 7. So that means my answer is going to be positive. And then I'm going to subtract. So 9 minus 7 is 2. And again, my answer is positive since 9 is bigger. So number 2, these are both the same sign. And they're both negative, which means my answer is going to be negative. And then I'm going to add them together. So 2 plus 5 equals 7. And it's going to be negative since they're both negative. And that's my answer. Number 3, we've got 3 problems. So we're going to start off with just negative 7 plus 12. And again, these are opposite signs. So identify the larger digit. 12 is bigger than 7, so I'm going to circle it. And that means that I'm going to have a positive. I'm going to put POS for positive. And then I'm going to subtract 12 minus 7. And that's going to be 5. And then we're going to bring down our plus 9. So I'm going to do 5 plus 9. And these are both the same sign. And they're both positive, so that means my answer is positive. So 5 plus 9 gives me 14. Okay, last problem. I have negative 88 plus 35. So I'm going to take these first two together. They are opposite signs, so that means I need the bigger number. The bigger number is negative 88, which means my answer for this one should be negative. So I'm going to subtract 88 minus 35, and I should get 53. And again, we're going to make it negative because my larger number is negative. And then this 27 is going to come down. So we have negative 53 plus 27. And in this case, negative 53 is bigger than 27. So my answer is going to be negative. And then I'm going to change this to subtraction. So 53 minus 27. And that is going to give me 26. And again, it's going to be negative. So negative 26. Okay, so that's it for this video. Remember, in order to move on to your practice, you must get a 75% on the video quiz. If you don't, then you need to rewatch the video.